Our next speaker joins us from PGA Tour headquarters, Vice President, Tournament Business Affairs for the PGA Tour, Mr. Tim Benton.
I'm not sure the lineup either. I got to follow Brenda and Mr. Baker and precede Coach Williams. What about this lineup here? We're going to have to talk about it, Tio. We're going to have to talk about it. It's a pleasure to be here. I've been coming up from Ponte Vedra to this great place for 5 years. It's great to see the whole team working together. You know, Coach Williams knows a lot about teamwork, and in order for all of this to happen, it requires a great deal of teamwork between our host organization, the golf course, the sponsors like Prince George's County and Under Armour. It's an individual sport. The players that are out there are pretty much by themselves, but behind the scenes it's very much a team effort. So I applaud everybody in the room, the volunteers, the sponsors, and all the key partners that we have behind this event. A little bit about the Nationwide Tour, for those of you that are familiar, it's making great strides. When you think about just yesterday, we had another Nationwide Tour alum win on the PGA Tour when Bubba Watson won down in New Orleans. We've had, I think, 3 players that played here last year on the Nationwide Tour already win on the PGA Tour. Gary Woodland, help me out, Jonathan Vegas, and Brendan Steele. 2 or 3 guys that probably played here last year that no one really gave a thought to. Those of us on the inside always thought Jonathan Vegas had a pretty good future, and he proved that by winning his 5th start on the PGA Tour. And then you look at your champion from last year, Tommy Gainey, who played great golf here and is now 23rd, I think, on the money list, ahead of guys like Jim Furyk, Tiger Woods, Ernie Els, and a long list of other star players. And it just proves that the quality of play we have on this tour is really equivalent to the quality of play on the PGA Tour. We look at the number of wins that the Nationwide Tour grads have had now. I think this year we're at 13 or 14 already, over 300 total since inception. And so the Nationwide Tour continues to really grow, to prove itself, and to really, for people to understand the depth of play. I think the players are proving that point. On a local level, I think we are particularly thrilled with how this event has grown. When you look at the depth of sponsors, the quality of the presentation, of course a great golf course here at Maryland. We have, I'll also throw a shout out to Fred Funk, who's our neighbor down in Ponte Vedra, who lends his support, as well as Representative Steny Hoyer, along with Coach Williams. We have a great group of people all kind of contributing and supporting this event. The person that really deserves a lot of credit, though, is to my left. And Tio has been the guy that's been here since day one, who has pulled it all together. He's really the glue that kind of keeps it all happening. We spend a lot of time on the phone with Tio. We're down in Ponte Vedra, and we run 120 golf tournaments around the world. We don't have to worry too much about this one. It's in really good hands, and the future looks very bright. I also say to Brenda, we appreciate your comments today. The PGA Tour, most people think about as an organization that's focused on players. And we are a player organization. We have about 800 players that we represent across 3 tours. But at the core of what we do is we raise money for charity. Last year we generated $124 million for charity around the world. It brings our total since we started out in 1968 to a little over $1.6 billion, and it's something that is core to the PGA Tour. It helps define who we are. It makes days like today an awful lot of fun. So that's a little bit about the golf and the golf tournament and the tour. Without being political, though, I would like to ask if there's anybody from the military here to stand up and be recognized. I think it's an incredible day in our country for the events that have happened a world away. And while we're pretty intense about golf and golf tournaments, I think we owe our military a great round of applause for what happened across the country. I think that puts in perspective, you know, we take green speed and rough length pretty seriously. We take the competition seriously. But when we stand up here and we talk about the good work that collectively we do for charity, it means a lot. And it also puts it in context with our players. There's a bigger world out there, and we care about the bigger world. Thank you.